What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, motivates me to make more content. So today we'll be working on the two-post Chinese Amazon lift again. I know I've been getting a ton of hate in the comments saying that this is going to rip out of the ground, the concrete's not thick enough, blah blah yada. Listen, guys, you think I don't know that? You think I'm not aware of the concerns and the risks that are involved with mounting a lift in such a thin slab? I already know this, okay? Everybody doesn't have to try and be a genius in the comment section, but please keep it coming, because the revenue that I am making off of all these comments, reposting my video and really bumping it up to the top of the list is insane. So keep the comments coming, and I'll keep the sketchy work coming. So today we're focused on mounting this lift post, getting it all level and everything like that. We need to drill 2 more holes. 2 out of the 3 holes I already drilled. I punched through the concrete slab into the dirt. There's 2 ways to fix this. Well, there's 3 ways to fix this. One is the right way. It's just move this lift out of the way, cut out a bigger square, dig down, and rebar, reinforce, and pour a footing. That ain't happening, okay? Because this lift is not going to be here long, and this lift is not going to be being utilized for anything over 4,500 pounds, which is something you guys don't understand. Secondly, what I tried to explain to you guys in the beginning is the hardware that the lift comes with is a mechanical anchor. If you know anything about mechanical anchors compared to chemical anchors are about twice as strong as far as pull-out strength, okay? The mechanical anchor that the lift came with only can go into the concrete 4 inches, okay? That's how far they want you to put it in, 4 inches, okay? Which is right there, that's 4 inches. Then they want you to put the pin in, hammer the pin, spreads the bottom, and you put your nut on. I'm using chemical anchors, which are way stronger than this, and they'll still be in the concrete 4 inches. But since I punched through the slab on 2 of those holes, I'm thinking about punching through the slab on every hole, getting a longer drill bit, drilling into the dirt. I'm going to get some ready mix concrete. I'm going to make it super wet. I'm going to pour it down into the hole just to cover enough till it brings it up to the slab, from the dirt to the slab. Then I'm going to pour in my adhesive, or apply my adhesive, take my threaded rod and push it down in there so that it's in the concrete that's below the actual slab, and it's in the epoxy as well. And that's what I'm going to do. That's how I'm deciding to do it, and you guys can do it however you want to do it, but that's how I am deciding to do this. So follow along, see what happens. Listen, if it fails, trust me, I will be making content on it, because the content will go crazy. Everybody in the comments will be like, I told you so, blah, blah, blah. And I'll make a ton of revenue on it, and that will help get our commercial building that is going to be ready in the next 2 months. So follow along. I'll put you on time lapse. I'll drill the other 2 holes. We'll punch through on the other hole, and we'll get this job going. So let's get it started. Alright, so like I said, I was just going to drill right through the slab, punch right through it into the dirt, go down as far as I possibly can, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to run to Home Depot. I'm going to get some quick set concrete, strongest PSI I can get. I'm going to make it extra soupy. I'm going to pour it into the hole and fill up the dirt area to the bottom of the slab. Then I will put the adhesive in, and then I will set my threaded rods. And you guys can say anything you want to say in the comments about it, but I guarantee you it's going to have no issues, and it's going to work perfectly fine. If you know anything about actual tensile strength, concrete PSI, and the difference between strength of these mechanical anchors versus chemical anchors, even in 3 inches thick of concrete, then you would know that there's going to be no issues. So unless you guys have done your research and know the actual numbers and the math, because that's all it is math, don't comment. Alright guys, so I do not have my mic set up with me, so the audio quality is going to be a little bit different than it usually is. But we're at Home Depot, decided to grab another one of those pack out boxes. This is a 2-drawer, a little bit bigger. The other one I have is a 3-drawer. I'm going to utilize this more for sockets, so 1/2 inch and 3/8. And you guys already saw how I have the other one packed out. But I also grabbed a 7/8 drill bit for the concrete slab. This one's 18 inches long, so we'll be able to get down deeper into the dirt. And then my plan is to get some ready mix concrete and just make it, as wet as possible, pour it into the hole and get it to set up a little bit. Once it sets up a little bit, I'll fill the rest of the hole with the anchoring epoxy, and then I will set my threaded rod in there and let it cure. So you guys can talk all the crap you want, but I think this is gonna work great. So let me grab what I need to grab from here, and we'll get back to the house and start getting this this project on the roll.
Remove your card. Would you like an e-receipt? Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
See what the damage is. Oh, another 300 bucks. Chalk it up to the business. Alright guys, so like I said in the store, I didn't have my mic with me, so the audio is probably really crappy. But we ended up spending like 300 bucks. I grabbed the 2-drawer pack out. I really think that's going to help me with holding a bunch of my sockets. And then I also grabbed the Hilti brand epoxy, and then 2 more rapid set anchor epoxy tubes, because they didn't really have the concrete type stuff I was looking for. I think this is going to work fine, but we'll get back to the house and we'll find out. Alright guys, so like I said, I grabbed the 2-drawer. I just think that this is going to be a lot more helpful holding a lot of my 1/2 inch sockets and my 3/8 sockets. We already have the 3-drawer, which you guys saw. I put my ratchets and stuff on the top drawer, and then the screwdrivers and stuff like that in the middle, and then my sockets on the bottom, and I really just needed a little bit more storage for sockets. Now, they didn't have the concrete mix I was looking for to pour in and really fill in that dirt area before I put the epoxy in and then put the threaded rod in. So I ended up grabbing some of this rapid setting epoxy, 2 tubes, because I'm going to be going through a lot of epoxy, filling in that dirt area. And then I grabbed the good stuff, the Hilti stuff. This is 75 bucks just for this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use the Hilti stuff at the bottom, or I might use this stuff at the bottom and then just fill the rest of the hole in with the Hilti stuff, and then sit each threaded rod all the way in as far as I can go, and just let it cure and see how it holds. It's either going to work or it's not, and I'm here to test it out for you guys. So say what you want in the comments, talk all your crap, because it really raises the engagement with my analytics. So say what you want to say. But as far as the pack out goes, I think it's the best investment I've ever made for the mobile mechanic stuff. So let's get in the garage and start cleaning out those holes really well, and we'll start laying our threaded rod and getting these chemical anchors set. Alright guys, so as you just saw, we were able to get 2 of the threaded rod set, and they're all cut to around a foot, a little bit over a foot. So as you can see, I got about that much set into the ground. And what I did was I just filled from the dirt up and set and pounded them into the ground, spun them around to make sure that the adhesive was all the way around, all the threads and everything like that. And but my caulk gun just isn't strong enough for this adhesive, so I got to go buy a heavy duty caulk gun, and I'll do the other 3 tonight, and I'm going to let them sit for 48 hours, and then I will torque the bolts, and I'll show you guys me torquing them and seeing if they hold and everything like that. But there's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be able to support 4,500 pounds and be absolutely fine. So we will see, and if it fails, I will make a lot more money off of the content of it failing than it not failing. So, and if it fails, it's going to fail with one of my vehicles on it, definitely not a customer's. So this lift is for my personal projects only, not customers. So time to run to the store for the 3rd time today and grab a better caulk gun, because this little medium duty ain't doing it. So AutoZone says they got a heavy duty one in stock. Gonna go grab that and see if that's gonna be able to do the job. Another thing I wanted to point out really quick was I made sure that this post was completely dialed in. Before doing anything else. And I just got one of those Empire, post and pipe levelers. Very easy. Make sure that it's nice and straight. Everything's nice and plumb, and everything's nice and lined up. So we got 2 in there. We're gonna go grab that other caulk gun, and then hopefully we can get the other 3 set tonight. We'll let them sit for 48 hours, and then we will torque them down. Alright guys, so we're back at Home Depot because I don't trust getting a cheaper caulk gun, so I'm going to see if I could grab like a heavy duty caulk gun here, and if they got like a heavy duty caulk gun, we'll grab that one so that we don't run into this issue again. And I'm probably going to grab some more adhesive too, because we're down to 2 bottles, and that ain't good either. So let's grab some more of this adhesive and possibly a stronger caulk gun, heavy duty. Alright, let's get this. And that rapid setting stuff sets way too fast, so we'll grab more of this stuff. And of course, one of them is missing the thing, so we need to grab the piece off of here. Of course, everybody takes the freaking pieces. Alright, let me grab this stuff and we'll get up out of here. Alright guys, we're back at the house. We grabbed another couple tubes of the high strength anchoring epoxy. So we got 4 tubes of that, 1 tube of the rapid set, and then 1 tube of the Hilti, which I think you need a special gun to use. So hopefully this will be enough now that we got a better caulk gun. We're going to find out really fast if it's going to work better or not. So I'll put you guys on time lapse and we'll start filling these holes. We got the post all level. So that's good. Nice and straight, nice and level. And we'll try and get these other studs in here, these other threaded rods in there, so that in 48 hours, we could clean it up with a wire brush, all the excess around the threads. It'll come right off because it only bonds to concrete. And then we'll be able to torque them down and see if they hold to the specified torque. guys, so we got all 5 of the threaded rods set into the concrete. I can't wait to see the comments on this one. So what I did was I drilled completely through the slab's 4 inches thick, went into the dirt, backfilled the dirt with epoxy and some quickcrete, and then let it set up a little bit, just a little bit, so that when I put the epoxy in, you know, we had something to sit on. It wasn't just pouring into the hole. Then I pushed each threaded rod in, hammered it into the dirt. So each of these rods is a foot long, a little bit over a foot long, and we got at least 7 to 8 inches into the ground. So 4 inches into the concrete, the rest into the dirt. We're going to let these sit for 48 hours. Each of these has a 21,500 psi pull-out strength. And after I let it sit for 48 hours, I will clean up the threads with a wire brush. We will add the washers, and we will proceed to torque these bolts down, and I will proceed to receive all the hate comments saying that this is unsafe and it's not going to work and yada, 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 because all of you YouTube warriors know exactly what weight I will be putting on this lift, and you guys know exactly what I'll be using it for, and you guys are professionals. You've been doing concrete for years. You know everything. You know the minimum requirements. You know it all. And I would never trust anything Chinese as far as safety equipment, blah blah blah. I hate to break it to you guys, but your Atlas and your Benpack and all that everything's coming from China. All right, it's metal. It's literally steel and metal. Yeah, it's cheap steel and metal, but it's metal, okay? And obviously, this is American made. Duh. It says USA right there. It's American made, so I don't know what you guys are freaking out about. It's going to be just fine. But hey, if it isn't, I can't wait for this thing to collapse, because I'm going to make a shit ton of money off of that video. But that's it for tonight, guys. Like I said, we're going to let this stuff set up 48 hours, and then when I go to torque these bolts down, you know, I'll show you guys. For this post, we were able to drill the holes with the post staying in. This post too close to the wall, won't be able to get the drill in, so we'll have to move this post out of the way, drill the holes, and then you know, put the post back, and then, you know, do our thing. And for those of you saying, you know, you need a bigger garage, this and that, it's not wide enough, that's too close to the wall, blah blah blah, you guys think I don't know all this stuff already? Sometimes you got to work with what you got. All right, not all of us got a bunch of money. Not all of us have you know, are ready to move into a shop. Like I said, this is for personal use. This isn't for business use. We'll not be putting any customers' vehicles on this lift. And this lift will never see a vehicle over 4,500 pounds, as well as my ceiling height limitations limit me from going up high, which also will limit the amount of force that's trying to pull this lift out of the ground. So please, if you have any negative comments, keep them to yourself, which I know you grown adults, that's impossible for you to do. So let the negative comments come pouring in, and I will continue to reply. Thanks for the comment. Please make sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. Also, we picked up another Milwaukee pack out box because the business is doing well. So this is the 2-drawer one. I figured this one we could use more for our sockets, because we already have the 3-drawer one. And you guys have seen how I got this one loaded out, but I'll show you one more time. So basically, top drawer is thin. I got my ratchets, you know, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch, extensions, adapters, some screwdrivers, pry bars, and then I used to keep all my sockets just in this one drawer. Well, now, since we have that other pack out with the 2 bigger drawers, we'll be able to organize our sockets in that specifically, and then we'll have all of our bigger tools like our electric impact, pliers, etc. in that. So actually, we can even use this 3rd drawer for pliers, and stuff like that, and pliers, hammers, stuff like that, and then just those 2 drawers for sockets. I think I could fit a 1/4 inch and 3/8 up top, and all my 1/2 inch stuff on the bottom, and then we are good to go. And it's been a great addition to the tool arsenal for doing mobile mechanic work. Honestly, I don't know how I would be doing my job without it right now. If any of you have done mobile mechanic work in the past, the hardest part is transporting your tools from your main box to the customer's home. And then even if you get them to the customer's home and you have your fancy little setup in the back of your truck, sometimes you got to transport those tools to the actual vehicle, which may be set back on the property or wherever it might be. With this pack out system, I literally pop my trunk, I pop the whole pack out, I disassemble it, I take out every piece until I get to the bottom. I put the bottom piece on the ground, I put the top pieces back on, and I literally roll it right next to the car. I separate them again, I open them all up, and I've had multiple customers say, wow, that's super professional, it's super organized, keeps me organized. And I end up using these top compartments for bolts, as well as I bring my bolt trays and everything like that. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think this stuff is going to fail or if it's going to hold. I already know all of you guys saying, oh, it's going to fail, blah, 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 blah. So when it works fine, I won't say told you so, but I will. So make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and catch back up with you in 48 hours and try and apply some torque to these bolts and see if they hold. But another thing I wanted to point out, I did make sure to get this post nice and square, flat and everything before doing this. So as you can see, I mean, it ain't dead nuts, but it's good enough. So that's good enough for me, and we'll call it here. Have a good night, guys.